Hey guys, this is Aaron Lewis, and in today's video I'm just going to be showing you guys, teaching you guys and helping you guys know how to properly care for a cockatiel. Alright, so first up, cockatiels are actually a very friendly, connecting bird. They aren't like a budgie. They do need a little bit more attention than budgies do. But they aren't that needy like conures and the bigger birds, but they can connect to you very well. As you can see, my male cockatiel here, we bonded quite well. I've taught him up, so he knows to hop up on my hand. He used to be really vicious towards me and any other family member who tried to go near him. But ever since I hand-tamed him and sat down with him one-on-one, he's completely calmed down. So they are a very bonding bird. They do usually only like one person, so if you are looking to get a cockatiel, know that you can make them a family pet, but they usually connect to only one person. A bit like a dog. A dog only connects to usually one person, their master. Their diet is actually very important. Believe it or not, birds do not just eat seed in the wild. They eat a mixture of things. They could eat tree leaves, they could eat grass. They also eat fruits and veggies off of trees and crops. So you can't just feed them seed their whole life and expect them to live a long and healthy lifetime. They do need other things. I feed mine Vetafarm pellets and spinach and snow pea shoots. He's not really big on any other vegetables apart from spinach and snow pea shoots. I've tried feeding him carrot, tried feeding him other stuff, but he just won't eat them. You also cannot feed a cockatiel, or I don't think any bird for that fact, avocado or guacamole, because they can't digest it properly within their system, so it does lead to death. Also, if you're trying to get your bird to wean off a seed, if he's a bit of an adult, you can start to mix it in with their seed and just pour some boiling water in and mix it together so it softens the Vetafarm pellets or whatever pellet brand you're using, so it's not as hard, because they can feel that different texture, and if it's as hard, they'll just spit it right back out and look for seed. So I usually just pour some boiling water in and mix it together. I do the same with egg and biscuit, which I also think is through Vetafarm too. I'll try and see if I can find any links and leave them down in the description box below for use. Also, make sure you keep a cuttlefish bone and calcium perches or mineral blocks within their cage so they can chew that, and it can help them get more calcium and more minerals inside their body to make sure they do live that healthy lifestyle, because you don't want your bird to just eat seed and wooden perches their whole life. Cage size is also very important when it comes to getting a cockatiel. Their wingspan is probably about that big, so you can't get a small size cage for the cockatiel because they do need room to spread their wings and fly around. If you do plan on keeping it in the cage all the time, which I do not recommend, my cockatiel's out with me pretty much all day long. I only put him in at night time and cover him up with a cloth just so he feels safe and secure. But during the day he's out with me all the time, which I do recommend. You can do that with a bird, especially if they have connected with you like my cockatiel has. He'll always hop on my shoulder in the morning, he'll come out and make my breakfast with me. But if you aren't planning on taking a bird out, I would recommend getting a cage size like this. I have done a video on what to know before you get a bird. I will put the link in the description box below. I do recommend you go watch that, just in case you are new and you want to know some things before you go out and get a cockatiel. My cage is very simple. It just has 2 perches in there and a toy. As I said, he's never in there, so he pretty much just plays with anything that's lying around the house. And also, if you do let your bird out all the time and you're not really going to be watching it, I would recommend bird-proofing your house. Don't leave any electric wires out on show that he can go nibble at, because they will chew. I've seen cockatiels that rip through carpets. I've also seen birds that rip through carpet. So you do want to make sure that you look out for that electrical wire, because you don't want to find your bird lying dead somewhere because it's been electrocuted from chewing through wire. And believe me, they can chew through a cord. That beak is very strong. I've been bitten by it before and it's made, well actually I haven't been bitten by it before, but my mum has, and it made her bleed. So it is important that you keep all electrical wires out of their way. You don't have anywhere that they can fall behind a cabinet and get stuck there without you knowing, and they get stressed and die. It's just make sure that you do bird-proof the room or your house, wherever they're going to be. Just make sure it's bird-proofed to the best of your ability so they don't end up getting injured or stressed out and die. I also do have this bird perch stand that I only bought, I think about a couple weeks ago from my local pet store for only $120. It's actually very handy. This is actually where I hand tamed him, which I do have a video on, by the way, which I'll probably put it down in the link box in the description box below. So if you just got a cockatiel and you want to know how to properly hand tame it and bond with it, go check that video out and it'll help you big time. This is where he spends about a quarter of his day. I've just attached some toys here for him. He absolutely loves these. And it has his water and food dish, which normally he just sits up here eating. This is really where he comes to eat, because I don't really put food in his cage only at night time, because otherwise my budgies will go eat it and it's not healthy for them. So I do recommend, if you are getting a cockatiel and you don't plan for it to be in its cage a lot, to get itself a standing perch or stand, I don't know what you call them, but they are very handy to have. You absolutely need one if you're trying to hand tame your cockatiel. Last thing that I would like to mention and bring up, it is okay if you do want to cut your cockatiel's wings so to help you tame it, or if you just want to stop it from hurting itself by flying into windows or flying into places that you don't want it going to. It is safer for the bird. I cut my cockatiel wings because I don't want it hurting itself. Before I cut them, he used to fly into the fans, he used to fly into the windows. The fans would be off obviously, otherwise we would be sitting here. But it is safer, in my opinion, to cut their wings. A lot of people say not to cut a bird's wings because it's not right. They're meant to fly around in the wild. But in the wild they can't run into a window. Well, they can run into a window, but it's very rare that you see a bird run into a window or a fan. So it is safer that you do cut their wings, and it helps you train them better because they feel more reliant on you, so they won't be as vicious towards you because they need you. They need your help to get up off of the floor, or they just need your help. So I do recommend cutting your bird's wings, but that is purely up to you. If you don't believe in it, then don't do it. But in my opinion, I do find cutting a cockatiel's wings to be better. I don't cut my budgie's wings, but I do cut my cockatiel wings. Well, that's all for this video today, guys. I do hope that you learned how to properly take care of a cockatiel. If you are just buying one or you've already got one and you do want to know how to properly take care of it, all you really need to take away from this video is their cage size, their dietary needs, and that if you're not going to have that companion thing going on with them, to make sure you get another cockatiel for them. I do not recommend keeping a different kind of bird with a cockatiel because in my experience, cockatiel, they can be very feisty towards other birds. So just remember that, diet, cage size, and a companion for them if you're not going to be that companion. I do post videos like this weekly, so if you do want to subscribe to my channel, make sure you do that. The subscribe button is down below. Also, make sure to leave a comment. Go follow my social medias. They're all down in the description box below. I would appreciate that. And also, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for more videos, guys.